Not surprised with today. Overall, NASDAQ market is correcting itself. Again, tomorrow's the CPI data report. We talked about this on Sunday, that normally leading up to the CPI data report, which is an inflation report, the market is very, very choppy, right? I would not recommend to trade leading up to the CPI data report, just because market conditions can be very volatile and can change on a dime. I do want to remind you that tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, or if you're here in Arizona with me, at 5:30 a.m. is the CPI data report. I will be live streaming it for free on my YouTube channel. I appreciate all the love and the support that you guys have been giving the video. Hopefully you can get this video to over 1,000 likes as well. But let's go ahead and break down what's going on with the NASDAQ market right now. So as you guys can see, a lot of consolidation. I closed out my position on SQQQ already, slightly in the green, and I opened one because of how aggressively oversold TQQQ was. We waited for confirmation. I called it out to my Learn Plan Profit team. Again, they got to watch me trade live this morning. We got that nice little buy signal. It began to indicate signs of an uptrend. I'm up a little bit, not too much on TQQQ, but I'm up a little bit over $900 on the day. I keep teeter-tottering between 900 and 1,300. And I'm just waiting to see if we actually begin to see progress on the downside. I'll close this out, go back into SQQQ. If I begin to see progress on the upside, I'll add more to my position on TQQQ. I'm just going with the flow today. On the 5-minute time frame, it's very easy to see the overall market. We began pulling on back with the NASDAQ market. We picked back up, and then this is where the real sell-off began to happen. We broke below the EMA. We broke below the moving average. The active sell-off began to happen, and this is the beautiful thing about knowing when to get into SQQQ, when the direction was in your favor. Now we're trading above the moving average. Now we're trading above the EMA, and when you look at QQQ on the 30-minute time frame, we are literally back below now EMA and moving average. This is going to most likely mean that we're going to continue to consolidate leading up to the CPI data report. Days like today, again, if you are under the PDT rule, right? Our job here is to look out for the beginner trader. If you are under the PDT rule, days like this almost don't make sense to trade, because think about it. Tomorrow is the CPI data report. Tomorrow can be a very significant day, and especially leading up to that CPI data report, market conditions are very, very choppy, right? So if you're trying to pick the days that maybe can present the greatest opportunity, it's probably after the CPI data report, when either it's very bearish or very bullish. And again, it doesn't matter if the market sells off tomorrow. There's always money to be made if you know what to get into, right? You can short the market. You can go into SQQQ. You can go to SPXS, which is the inverse of SPY. I mean, there's so many different ways on how you can approach this. But the biggest thing is I always want to encourage our beginners to be super, super selective and to respect the 3-day trades that they have within a 5 business day period if they are under the PDT rule. So I'm just trying to make the most of today. Obviously, I'm not under the PDT rule. So if I see a nice little down play, if I see a nice little long play, whatever the case might be, I'll go long, I'll go short. You guys know that I do not care. I like to focus on one thing, and that's market direction. And I'm just trying to make the most out of today. But I mean, even with, I'm approaching nearly 3 hours, right? Yeah, nearly 3 hours of trading. After that, I'm just going to close it out. I'll call it a day, and I'm going to wait for the CPI data report. I just know that, and again, this might just be in my opinion, in my experience, but the more trades I open throughout the later part of the day, some might be good, but anytime that I open a position, it's open to risk, and I need to respect that. And especially leading up to tomorrow's CPI data report, I just do not want to enter a trade and then it be a bad one, and then I end up holding a small position of that, a portion of that, into tomorrow's CPI data report. I'm okay with cutting losses and managing risk, right? But I know a lot of beginners struggle with that, as we all do, right? So please just look out for yourself. Just know that tomorrow is a very significant day, and don't do something today that's going to end up encouraging you to back hold for tomorrow, right? When we all know that tomorrow is what the entire market is waiting for, right? And that is the CPI data report that you guys see right on over here. You guys could see CPI 8:30 a.m. And then core CPI. Remember, the Federal Reserve is really trying to see if they're going to continue to raise rates or potentially pause rates, and that is going to be on September 13th at 8:30 a.m. And I do intend to live stream it tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens. So I hope to see you guys there. If you guys have any questions, you guys know exactly how to reach out to me. That's going to be the second link in the description down below if you want to be able to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. If you guys want to shoot me a DM, it's the first link in the description, or you can shoot me a DM via Instagram, which is the third link down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.